Good afternoon, students. Topic for today is duties and responsibilities of an auditor. An auditor of the organizations is responsible for various functioning to maintain corporate governance and due diligence. Different duties and responsibilities are being assigned by auditors to the organizations, and different duties and responsibilities are there which every auditor has to perform, because it consists of those responsibilities which are their prime objectives. First duty of any auditor is to be in compliance with the latest procedures, guidelines, acts, rules and regulations from the governments, because every financial matters, they remain amended every year by the governments. As a result, and organizations also has to remain in update with them. For examples, if any tax system has been changed, if there is a system change in overall business environments, then remaining in compliances means remaining in latest trend, remaining updated with the latest rules and regulations. Second duty of an auditor is to verify assets and liabilities by comparing items to documentation so that financial statements of the organization exhibit true and fair view to protect the stakeholders. So an auditor is responsible for bringing transparency in financial matters by pointing out or by featuring all the transactions which are of fair nature. It should not hide any transactions. It should not omit any transactions for its personal gain or for the gain of any persons in an organization or outside organization. So auditor is a responsible person to verify these assets and liabilities, and they have to portray as per its original or authentic degree, which may not be manipulated or changes may be seen. So it is the general stakeholders may be protected. Third responsibility of an auditor is, or the duty is, it is a duty of auditor to complete audit work papers by documenting audit tests and findings minutely so that the discrepancies in any transactions can be rectified. So it is duty of the auditor to complete audit work papers by documenting audit test and finding minutely so that the discrepancy in any transactions can be rectified. Any kinds of frauds may not taken place. Fourth responsibilities of auditor is, auditor's duty also includes appraisal of adequacy of internal control system by completing audit questionnaires. Fifth duty of an auditor is, auditors even have to maintain internal control system by updating audit programs and questionnaire, and to recommend new policies and procedures with the changing scenario of the corporate world. So as I said, every auditor has to remain in. Sixth duty of an auditor is, it is the duty of the auditor to communicate audit findings by preparing a final report with the management, and that should instruct the management if any discrepancy is found in the same. So auditor's duty is to communicate about the latest updates, or it should mention in its final reports to the managements about any kinds of discrepancies which has been found it happens if an auditors, when it starts to verify different financial statements, chances may be there that many loopholes may be there. So an auditor's responsibility is to highlight those loopholes in terms of managements, and if possible to give the reasons for such manipulations and remedies for such manipulations which has been happened in the financial reports. Seventh duty of an auditor is auditors even have to comply with federal, state and local securities legal requirements by studying existing and new security legislations, enforcing adherence to requirements, advising managements on needed actions. So any kinds of rules may be from central, state or the local rules and regulations must be followed, and auditors may remain in touch with such kind of laws and advise management for the same, or taking needed management actions against such loopholes must be done. 8. Duty of an auditor is preparing special audit and control reports by collecting, analyzing and summarizing operating informations and trend. We all know that primary responsibility for any auditor is to verify, examine, monitor the financial matters of an organization. At the same time, it is a duty of special audit means on a specific requirements. If an organization is in requirement of an audit in between the quarterly results or before the quarterly results, then it will be in demand from the management. Then auditors may have to perform its duty by preparing special audits. Maybe a special audits may be mandatory, being said from the state, federal governments. It should be produced in required time. 9th duty of an auditor is to maintain professional and technical knowledge by attending educational workshops, reviewing professional publications, establishing personal networks, participating in professional societies, so that corporate governance can be appropriately enhanced by the auditor. So it is a duty of auditors to maintain this, whether it is a professional, whether it is technical knowledge, uplifting in this particular expert, because auditors already may be expert in financial field, but if we say about other knowledges which is a requirement part for any organizations, maybe technical, maybe professional, that must be enhanced, and regular financial workshops, because generally workshops, faculty development programs or special development programs or account development programs, such kind of things may be internationally as well as nationally been, invitations are being coming from wides and varieties of institutions, or wides and varieties of institutions related to the governments, non-government organizations, may be generally at every years on international stage or at a national level. They are organizing a workshop in which they discuss about the latest trends about financial matters. So to enhance such knowledge or to enhance existing knowledge, one has to at every interval of time may attend such kind of workshops. So it is a duty of an auditors to make itself update with the latest trend, latest knowledge, maybe technical, professional, financial, right? It has to write many books to enhance its knowledge. It has to establish its personal networks, or it has to participate in professional societies so that corporate governance can be appropriately enhanced by the auditors. 10th point, or the duty of an auditor is undertaking corporate audit is not a sole function. So it is not a responsibilities of only a auditors, but auditors are contributing to the team efforts by accomplishing related result as needed. So auditor is responsible for accomplishing the above duties assigned to them, and auditors may be contributing in different matters related to finance, related to other fields.